Welcome to assembly number 10. Now it's been a long time since you've actually been around school, and as it's so quiet, we thought we'd take the opportunity to show you around some of the areas you don't normally get to see. Let's go. So, as you know, if you were to even open the staff room door on a normal day, you'd get shouted at by a teacher, but we're going to have a look inside. To our left, we have staff pigeonholes. That is where lots of important information gets sent to teachers. And here is the tutor pigeonholes. That's where your link book ends up if you leave it lying around in the playground. Let's see what interesting things are in staff pigeonholes, shall we? So, lots of papers, important documents. Here we go. I won't show you which member of staff this is, but we have low-fat chicken super noodles, some salt and pepper, and some ketchup. Welcome to the staff kitchen. So, just like at 12:25, when everyone runs down to the canteen to make sure they're first in line to get their food and not hanging around for ages, it's exactly the same for teachers. If you're coming from E block, C block or D block, it's quite a long way, and by the time you get here, there's a queue for each of these microwaves about 4 people deep. That means you're going to be waiting ages to heat your lunch up, and the bell's going to go before you have time to finish. So it's not a very enjoyable lunch break, especially if someone's been cooking stinky fish before you.
This is where we sit in the morning at briefings. This is where I sit. This is where Mr. Sharp sits. Science department. PE department. Geography department. Languages department. They have the best cakes. I can't remember who sits here, but they're really noisy.
Welcome to the site supervisor's office. You'll probably see these lovely gentlemen walking around the school, making sure everything's working, making sure everything ticks over nicely, but you've probably never seen further than this office. Let's go and have a look downstairs. Welcome to the workshop. Bit messy. Do you remember a few months ago when you couldn't get any toilet roll? School's always got you covered. It's the biggest one of these things I've ever seen. Oh, I've broken it. Go gadget ladder. Now the weather's been pretty good at the moment, but in the winter, this is what keeps you all warm. The boiler room! It's very noisy! Ooh! Another storeroom where you have to wear a hard hat. It's very low! Hard hat because of a low ceiling. We're actually underneath the dance studio, and this is where chairs come to die. A box of ROOKS HEATH mugs.
Black beans with rice, meatball hoe.
Have you ever seen the canteen look this empty? Let's have a look in the kitchen. This is where your food gets made. The hall seems pretty big when it's not full of students at assembly or even their lunch. Now a lot of you will have been on this stage doing assemblies and various performances. Let's see what we can see backstage. Right, this is our prop cupboard. Lots of fun stuff in here. As you can see, I've had a lockdown haircut. Maybe I should try some different styles when I can go back to the hairdressers. Mick Hucknall, You don't know what I'm talking about. Brian May. Mrs. Neil. Paul McCartney. This is where we control curtains and lighting for shows and performances. Up we go. Welcome to the gantry. We have stage lights and curtains. Welcome to reception. Now most of you probably wouldn't have been in here unless you've been very naughty. This is where our head lives.
Morning.
Hello. This is the office kitchen. You're not allowed to take their mugs. It's very important that the mugs stay here. And this is the school office. This is where things get sorted out from all of your lunch money and your trips and all the finance stuff. Very important place.
I climb way up to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof, it's peaceful as can be. And
We're on the roof.
the world below can bother me.
And this is where your footballs end up. Brilliant!
I come home feeling tired and weak. I go up where the
So much like the summer holidays when you're not at school now, but there's still people working behind the scenes incredibly hard to keep school running.
hustling crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. On the roof, the only place I know where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the roof. At night the stars put on a show for free. And darling, you can share it all with me. I keep a telling you right smack dab in the middle of town, I found a paradise that's trouble